My computer, I mean, my laptop is literally ready to take off. It's gonna fly away from here. But, anyways, I am feeling very bloated, so I feel very tired. I've had pasta for lunch, and literally, right after I had that pasta, I've been feeling very bloated and very sick the whole day. But, anyways, why are we here today? Just the usual. But today I've had such a long day. Like, I experienced something weird today at work. I experienced a coworker being physically violent with another coworker, and I was just like the witness. At first, I wanted to come on here and like talk about that, but then I'm like, no, because it's just like too much energy. It's charged with like too much negative, confused energy, and I don't like feeling like negative or like confused. So we just leave that for like whatever. But anyways, I have six things that we're just gonna go over. It's as usual, I've gone on Pinterest and I've found six very interesting things that we can talk about. And this one is titled "To Truly Enjoy Adulthood." Anyways, I was just thinking about something. It's not even worth it. So this one's called "To Truly Enjoy Adulthood." But anyways, before I go into this, I really just like thought about another coworker that I have. Yo, I don't know. Should I change this video and just do like story time of things that's like happening in my life that's pissing me off right now? Or should I just focus on this good energy that's right in front of me? I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, let's get to it. To truly enjoy adulthood, I feel like this video deserves to be out there. It deserves to be talked about because a lot of young adults, a lot of adults don't know how to have fun, don't know how to prioritize fun, or how to just generally just make time to do things outside of work or like responsibilities or like paying bills or like sleeping. Most of us don't know how to make friends or deeply be with our family, especially when we have like so many responsibilities. And responsibilities can be like kids if you have kids, or like paying your bills, or like if you're a student, or just you're just really tired and you just would rather sleep, even though you would like to have a more fun life, especially one that involves like other people, friends that you can make memories with and then you can share in the nearest future. I'm sorry, I'm talking like one by one because it's literally hard for me to talk right now because I'm feeling sick in my stomach. I feel like it's because my period is coming soon, but it's also because I ate something that I should not have eaten sometime today. But anyways, one of the six things, this person, there's no website or anything, so I don't really know where this one is from. But whoever's posted this on Pinterest, their name is Rose Collis, like Rose Rose and Collis. I don't know if that's Collis or Collis. I don't know. But anyways, thank you, Rose. Shout out to you, girl, boy, wherever you are. And the first one this person has said is to actively seek out new interests regularly. So if you want to truly enjoy being an adult, you have to go out of your way and seek out new interests regularly. So refrain from allowing your life to become stagnant, especially in your free time. Prioritize your joy. I like this one. And this one actually goes to the story that I want to talk about that I said is pissing me off. So, anyways, I'm going to tell you the story, anyways. So this one says like actively seek out interest regularly. I'm a very like friendly person. I have a lot of friends. Like I'm the type where like if we don't talk for 1 year and then all of a sudden we start talking, we can literally go out today after like not talking for 1 year and we'll be fine. Like the connection can be deep or it can be surface level. Either way, I'm totally fine with it. So I have this friend who like literally every time I see him, unfortunately I see this friend a lot, almost every day, or like at least 3 times a week because we live in like close proximity. But this friend every single day will literally complain about like, oh, all I do is work, I don't have friends, blah blah blah. And then he would ask me, how is it that I always have so much energy? Like so many things happen, I work a lot, but still I'm always so energetic. I'm like, well, I actually have a lot of people that, help me keep my energy high and stuff. Like I'm the kind of person that will go to work at 8:30 in the morning, finish at 9 and then go hang out with my friends at like 9:30. Just because those friends I see them like once every 6 months. Like I'm tired whatever, but like I don't mind being extra tired just to spend that time with friends. People that I care about, people that I like, people that I want to be with. And so he would like complain to me about like how can he make time to like talk with friends and whatever. Because I would be like, okay, you're always complaining about work. How about you go do this? How about you go to the beach? How about you do that? You do that. And it's like, oh, how do you make time for that? I'm like, you don't expect to just have the time for that. And you can't just think about making the time for that. You have to actually make the time for that, regardless of being tired, regardless of being sleepy. And I know for some people, they want to prioritize their sleep, whatever. I do that sometimes. But as an adult, we tend to only focus on responsibilities and just hope that somewhere down the line, the fun will happen, you know, without planning, or maybe we plan and then it takes 6 months before it happens. For someone like me who literally will sacrifice like my sleep or like anything, like I prioritize fun. I prioritize my rest as well, but I don't put that above like making memories with these people that I know for sure in the next 3 years, 4 years, I'm not gonna see them anymore. But I'm gonna waste all this time that I have with them right now, like literally just ignoring them and like working and trying to, like I don't know. I know we all have responsibilities. I'm just saying, fun is not gonna come by mistake. Fun is not gonna come unless you actually prioritize it. So the thing here is you don't just think about it, you don't just want it, you prioritize it, you go out of your way to have that fun. And that's the only way to have a happy life as an adult. Like your responsibilities, they're always going to be there. Being tired, you're always going to be tired. Like family, you're always going to have that. But the thing you're not always going to have unless you precisely choose to have it is fun. So I agree with this person. You gotta prioritize it. Especially when you're free, you're like, oh, I should do my laundry. Oh, I should do this. Oh, I should sleep. Yes, but treat it just like work. Sleep for 2 hours or like 8 hours. I don't know. If you have like a whole 24 hours off, treat that 24 hours like a work day. If you have slept for 8 hours, you do this for this hours, you do this for this hours. Don't just sleep the whole time. Like, and we've all done this. We've been there, done that. You sleep the whole day, you're still tired anyway. So might as well make better use of the time. Be more intentional. Anyways, we're moving on. We're moving on. Oh, this one likes to look on all the time. Anyways, this person's number 2 point. The second point is, sorry, search for like-minded people and debunk the myth that people don't make friends as adults. They can and they do. It makes the journey more blissful. So I'll read that again just so even I understand. It said, search for like-minded people and debunk the myth that people don't make friends as adults. They can and they do. It makes the journey more blissful. It literally just ties right back to like the first one. Friends don't just come to you as an adult. When we're teenagers, when we're like, I don't know, whatever, you're like you're in school, you have friends, like we're mostly forced to be friends or like it just happens. We're like talkative parrots, no responsibilities, no bills, so it's easy to just make friends. You don't have any problem. So you just make friends. I know for some people it's different, but as an adult, people are like, oh, it's easy to not make friends. It's because you're prioritizing, you're not being intentional about like actually talking to people, about like actually wanting something. If you are hungry today, or let's say hungry is even too general, maybe you're like craving for something specific, you would take out your time to go buy that thing or like to make it. And so if you want friends, it's the same thing. You do the preparations, you do whatever you need to do to make that friend. In adulthood, different, like as a kid, as an adult, your brain doesn't think about like making proper. That's why most of us, like all the friends you had in high school, I don't have any of my friends from high school anymore. So even though I didn't have a lot of friends. Did I have a lot of friends? I don't know. I don't know. I had a lot of acquaintances, people that I just knew. But it was easy to just make friends then. That's all we did. Like I didn't even have to think about like being perfect or like telling them like this is the kind of job I do, this is where I live, this is how my brain works. You just make friends. But as an adult, you have to be more intentional. I feel like this is what this whole post is gonna be about. Being intentional, doing things because you want to do them and not just like going with the flow. Going with the flow is great after you shoot your shot. But before shooting your shot, you can't just like expect things to happen, right? Like if you're going somewhere, there's a lot of buses, there's a lot of trains just going, but you have to know, okay, which of this train am I getting on? And then you go with the flow on the train, like wherever the train takes you. Like you have a destination, but who knows? Maybe the train's gonna stop and you have to get another one. Maybe it's gonna whatever. But you can't just be at home with a destination in your mind and not get on the bus or like the train or like get in your car. Or like if you get in your car and not start it, right? Just to get. So you want friendship, you want fun. You can't just sit and think about it and imagine it and pray and hope something's gonna happen. You have to do all of that and then take the first step and then go with the flow. Y'all. Anyways, I need a sip of water. hmm So please don't believe in the adults can't make friends thing. The only difference between adults and younger kids is that as a kid, you don't think too much, you just do. But as an adult, you have to be more intentional and you have to take some kind of first step towards whatever you want or like wherever you want to be, wherever you want to be with, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, number three is travel as frequently as you can, even if it's just a neighboring town or city or state. Do it as a means of constantly reminding yourself that the world is bigger than your line of sight and remind yourself often. This one is saying travel as much as you can. I don't know. I feel like this person, whoever wrote this, is like me deep down inside, or like me, like my twin sister from like some other universe, or like my mother, or like we just believe in the same things. Because the point of doing this and looking at what somebody else has posted is to see if I'm doing the right thing as an adult, or if I agree about whatever this person is saying. And so far, I agree 100%. When this person is saying travel as frequently as you can, literally the only reason why I go to see my parents every week, even though it's kind of hard for me, I enjoy that like 2 hours of just sitting on the train and I'm just looking. I'm just being. I'm listening to my music, sometimes I'm just like on my iPad, sometimes I'm actually like people watching. And that's one way of travel that I do. And like I don't know, I love traveling. I meet so many people, not like meet people in the sense that would then become friends sometimes, yeah, but like just the act of like somebody who wants to sit beside you on the train because maybe like it's a very busy day and you're like, oh, can I see you? You're like, absolutely, sit there. And then, for like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, you guys are not saying anything. And then maybe the person feels awkward or whatever. They just strike a conversation with you. And then next thing you know, you're talking about some game or some music or whatever. That is something. It could go further, it could not go further, but it is something. It's an experience that you've now experienced that is now a part of you due to traveling. And then if you do that often, imagine how much conversation you can just have. Sometimes it's just conversation that lightens your mood. Sometimes it's a conversation where like you learn something new. Sometimes it's just a conversation with someone that's so gorgeous. You're like, wow, you're gorgeous and you have good attitude. That's a win. Like, it's just like things that you just see life. You really just see life beyond you. Especially if wherever you talk to, like while traveling, while walking, doing your thing, they don't become a part of your life by becoming your friend or something. It's just somebody passing by, but now they've shared a little bit of themselves with you. It's not in your sight, it's not in your life. This is literally somebody else, but now you've got a quick glimpse. And then you can do that with so many people. And these people, some of them, they're in like the country for like 2 weeks. They just happen to be on the train. Some of them, they've lived their whole life here and you just happen to be passing by. Some of them, maybe you guys live in the same area, but like you've never ever actually seen each other before. So like it's all these things. Travel a lot. I know you can travel out of the country if you can, but you don't really have to. You can go for a walk. You can try a different street every day or like once a week. I remember one thing I used to do before was every time on my day off, I would literally just like finish all of my chores, whatever, do my laundry, and I'll get up, dress up the way I like to look, and then I'll just start walking. I'll just walk anywhere. I don't even care where I'm going. I'm safe. Usually I'm safe. I'm very aware of like my surroundings. I don't go places where like I might put myself in trouble and like an uncomfortable position, but I just start walking. Wherever I go, wherever I don't know, I have no I just start walking. And let me tell you, so many things that I've seen, I've found out, I've enjoyed. This is how I find so many restaurants. And then now when my friends hang out with me and then we go eat and I'm like, oh, how do you try it? I'm like, girl, I just stumbled on this place one time and I'm like, oh, this is nice. So many restaurants I've tried at least once just because I like to walk around and just frolic and just do stuff and discover new things. You know? Sorry, I lost my train of thought. But anyways, another thing that has helped me with is I've become really good at like navigation. I remember we went to like the CNE with my friends, my best friend. We went to CNE like last week, but after CNE closed, I mean it's like a Wonderland place, like so many rides and something. It's like a fair. But anyways, we went there, and after they closed, there was so many people outside. The buses were packed, the trains were packed. There's no way to get out of here, whatever, whatever. But thanks to me being there, and because I walk around this area, I'm pretty used to like just walking for no reason. I don't live in the area. I just like walk around a lot. And I'm like, follow me, follow me. And then we started walking, and my bestie's just like, wow, like, okay, I guess. And I'm like, don't worry about it, sweetheart. I just be walking around, and that's how I know all these corners and all these things, you know? So travel, literally. And it's your own word, it's your own meaning. The word may mean travel as having a big luggage, buying passports, but to you, if travel is literally just going to the next street, that's all you need. I mean, it's just words, guys. It's really just words. So travel as much as you can. What did this person say? Travel as frequently as you can, even if it's just a neighboring town or city or state. Do it as a means of constantly reminding yourself that the world is bigger than your line of sight. Remind yourself often. I have a friend who met this guy that's from France on a train while she was going. I don't know where she was going, but he literally is from like France. And then they met on the train, but then they became friends later. And like he helps her with like really important things in her life now. And I'm just like, when will I meet a French man? Please, I want to meet a French man too. But anyways, I digress. Let's move on. Let's move on to number four. Number four is change. Change in as many areas as you can, not because what you have is deficient or inadequate, but because life works best when you're not too strictly attached. Oh, attached. Self health. Oh, set health, financial, and social goals and work to achieve them. Thrive in your daily life. I don't know. This person writes so weird. I mean, you write perfectly, baby. I'm so sorry. But like, I don't know when to stop, when to continue. But, anyways, I'll read that again. She said, change in as many areas as you can. Not because what you have is deficient or inadequate, but because life works best when you're not too attached, when you're not too strictly attached. So set health, financial, social goals and work to achieve them. Thrive in your daily life. I don't know how to understand this change. Like intentionally change, like you're fine doing this, whatever, like you have your goals and you're fine with it, working on your goals and then just change just because. I agree with that. I have a friend, she's actually Nigerian, and I'm not even kidding you. I work in a kitchen, right? Every time I make her a staff meal, this week she's like, oh, I'm on a meat diet. And she's not like being superficial, like, oh, I'm vegan today. Oh, I'm no. She actually puts herself on like really strict diets. Sometimes it lasts for like 1 month. Sometimes she does it for like 2 days. Like she does all these different cleanse and whatever. And then one time I'm asking her, like, girl, I've made you so many different kinds of food with diet restrictions and stuff. I'm like, what's going on? Is this like an allergy thing? Like, what is going on? And you're like, are you leaving soon? Like, what's going on? And she's like, no, I just like to keep myself on my toes. I'm like, okay, okay. So I guess in that aspect of change, where like you just change just so you keep yourself on your toes and you change so you don't get attached. It's a good thing, but I don't know. I don't know. I like change, but I don't like just changing every time. You know what I mean? And then you just never feel really connected to like anything because you're always changing, changing, changing. It's a good thing if you enjoy that, but for somebody like me, I like to be like steady. For example, like I have like my top 5 priorities. 4 of them I would never change. Like, are you kidding? And then there's one that it can change, it cannot change, I can be less bothered. Like that one I would like to change. Then change in that aspect I like, but like just constantly changing everything constantly, that would bother me a lot. It would throw me off. I would not. I like feeling connected. I like feeling like a community. I like feeling very deeply for things. So it's not due to attachment. It's just like um because like even though I feel deeply for the things that I feel for and I'm very rooted and stable in them, if they walk out of my life, it will be totally fine. Or if I just like suddenly don't feel like doing that thing again, it might hurt, but it's totally fine, you know? But I guess change is like 50-50 for me. I wouldn't just change my whole life every time, but I would have like 4 things or like however much I want that's like solid and I wouldn't change. But then I would have things where like, oh, they can change all they want or not, and I'm just like not stressed. But I guess like just don't be attached. You can change or not, but just don't get attached to like too many things. Give your 100%, give your whole heart, whatever you love or not, give 100% all the time, and don't get attached to anything for whatever reason. But you don't have to change, or you can if you want, but never be attached. Girl, what? Never be attached. Because like life doesn't wait for no one, so why should you just be attached to a specific time or thing when life itself is always changing, you know? Oh wow. Well, that makes sense. If life is always moving, then you can't stay stagnant, you can't stay stuck, you got to keep moving too. And unless you're strong enough to like always carry your baggage of all the things you want to be stable in, which would then slow you down and follow in time, you should always change and never be attached. I don't know. I don't know. This one I'm not sure. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm too young to understand this one. Maybe sometime in the future I will understand this. Or maybe someone let me know in the comment section. How are we feeling about this one? I feel like change is 50-50. It's good and it's whatever. But you know, I don't know. Anyways, number 5, prioritize friendships as much as romantic relationships. Never allow yourself to feel as though you will crumble in the absence of a lover. Ooh, she's been heartbroken before. So this person is saying prioritize friendship as much as romantic relationships. Never allow yourself to feel as though you will crumble in the absence of a lover. This one is self explanatory. Like, even prioritize yourself as much as you prioritize friendship, as much as you prioritize romantic relationships. Period. Because you're very important. Like, none of this friendship or relationship will happen if you're not, like, on your own top priority. And like even if you're there but you're not priority, you're putting yourself last, how are these people gonna get the real you? How are they gonna get the you that you actually want to show them? Or like the you that's just you. Like, you know what I mean? Sorry. Yeah, prioritize your friendships. Friendships are very important. One of my friends right now is actually going through a breakup, and it's tough for me to experience for her and for him. I'm friends with both of them, and I feel like I'm in a weird spot because like I want to console him, but I also want to console her. But like it's wow. So imagine a person who's like their whole personality, their whole lifestyle is based on like, oh, my boyfriend, which is what happened with her. He was her whole life. That's word for word. This is something she told me. The only reason why she's even in this country is because of him and all this stuff. And to be honest, I didn't see them breaking up. I don't even know why they're. I He has told me like a bunch of things, whatever, why they broke up, why he broke up with her. But I'm just like, is this really things you guys can't work on? Really, like, or for him, as much as he loves her, he has also prioritizes friendships. So like, he has a lot of people to fall back on, myself included. You know, we're all trying to like cheer him in and whatever. But her on the other side, he was the center of her life, and she didn't really like nurture all the relationships. Definitely, well, I was there for her, whatever, but her relationship was more to her, and now she's just, it's like I don't know how to connect to her, she doesn't know how to connect with me because that relationship is not there. And the only person she can really connect to 100% is this person that's not broken up with her, and now they can't help each other because they're now apart. It's so heartbreaking to see. I want to be there for her, but like, what can I do if she doesn't know how to ask for it or how to accept it, how to it's so heartbreaking, y'all. But I'm there for her as much as I can, as much as she's able to take. But yeah, prioritize your friendships, guys, and prioritize yourself 100%. But friendship is so important. Relationships are nice. Having a lover is wonderful, but like the friendships you get along that relationship and the ones you have before, they're also just as important, just in case, you know? And even if nothing happens, you have a lover and you still have really good friends instead of just having a lover and that's it. So you have a lover and great friends. And then if your lover just decides to, decides to be a great person, you still have good friends. And you're not alone. You're not left alone to deal with your heartbreak by yourself. Anyways, the last one says Give yourself as many options as you can. As soon as I thought about options, I'm thinking about like relationships. You know how boys are like, oh, I have options, or like how girls are like, I have a roster. That's why I made a face like, options? Boy, what? Or like, girl, what? But, anyways, let's finish this. Let's finish this before we judge. It says, give yourself as many options as you can. Always keep it at the back of your mind that you hold the ability to choose and you will never settle. I feel like this number six, for me, there's like one part that I don't agree with, and there's another part that I agree with. I low key agree like 50% with the part that says give yourself options as much as you can. Always keep it at the back of your mind that you hold the ability to choose. I agree with that like 50%. 50%. Because like when I'm thinking about like having these rules, I'm thinking about applying it to like most of my life, like almost every part of my life. And this one, the first half, or like the first like three quarter, I don't really agree. Like if I have a goal, if I'm working on something, I'm gonna like every other option gone, gone, because I intend on focusing on what I'm doing. And if this fails, I don't want to give myself a reason to not focus on what I'm working on 100%. Because if I'm working on this, it's what I want. It's my choice. It's what I prefer. But I know that if this doesn't work, I have this, I have that. Like I'm okay. I'm not gonna give my 100% here. I'm just gonna be like, if you mess up, I'm just gonna leave. It's like I'm gonna be like exactly. It's gonna be at the back of my mind, my head. Like I'm not here 100% because maybe you're not here 100%, which is like, girl, what? Like if I'm doing something, it's because it's do or you know, like it's either this or nothing else. It's not because it's either this or that. And then if it doesn't work, I'm done. Like I'm 100% done. It won't be because, oh, if it's not this, it's something else. So then if it's not that something else, it really could be. So like you just like, it's gonna be back and forth if I have too many choices. When I wanna, and this applies to a lot of my life. When I wanna buy my detergent for my laundry, I don't like having too many options. I just close my eyes, I pick one. It's gonna get my laundry clean anyways. And then if that doesn't work out, maybe I don't like the smell, I don't like how it makes my clothes look, I just try something else. I know not to look back to this again. But in the case where like I'm just there trying to stand, like which one do I choose? I'm not sure. If I try this one, but what about this one that's saying that? It's like, what is all this hassle? What is all this extra work? I don't like having a roster. I don't like having too many options. I believe options are good at some point in life, but like, really, are they really though? It's a waste of time. It wastes your time with decision making. It wastes your time because it doesn't let you focus 100% on one, and you just like one foot in, one foot out. I like being 100% in or 100% out. There's no one foot in, one foot out, especially not for a long time. Like I want to do one foot in, one foot out for like 2 seconds. That's it. 2 seconds is the longest I can go with choosing and choices. Otherwise, I want to be 100% committed. But the part of this that says, and you will never settle, 100%. Because why should I settle? I'm not going to settle not because you're my only choice, and so I'm settling with you. I'm choosing you, and then if you mess up, boy, bye. Because, like, if I do end up making this choice and I've given my 100% and it doesn't work out, I know for a fact it's not going to work out. I know 100% is tested, is tried, and it's not for me. And I'm not going to settle, you know? And then I go somewhere else. But if I have options and then I'm choosing that, it's what? It's like, I'm either going to settle for you. It just feels like, for me, having options feels like settling. Because then I'm like, I'm choosing this, but there's this, in case, then I'm settling for this, even though there's this or that. Like, but I'll settle for this. But if I don't have choices and I've just chosen you, it's because I want you. It's because I want this thing. It's because this is my goal. It's because this is what I want. This is what I'm gonna do. This is what's gonna get my 100% and nothing else. And then if it doesn't work out, I'm not gonna settle either way. It's bye. That's it. So I don't believe in having choices, even though maybe it's good, maybe it's bad. And I personally don't believe in having choices. And I also don't believe in settling. No. No. Anyways, that's it, guys. We have done all one, two, three, four, five, and six. Thank you so much for watching tonight. I'll see you in the next one. I'm so hot. Like I was cold when I started, so I put on this thing, and now it's so hot. Oh my God, sorry. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.